Happy Tuesday, my loves, and welcome to a speed build on a Tuesday. Here we are, building some modern townhouses. Now, I'm building this for my little let's play of the Heartstruck expansion pack that I'm doing at the minute. And Janet and Sharon have moved to this wonderful city of Ciudad Enamorada. I'm going to make this a rental place, so there's a bit to explain with this lot. So there are two townhouses, and they're both very modern. And I got lots of inspiration from Google Earth. I was wandering around the streets of Mexico City, and I cannot believe how many beautiful buildings I was coming across. Honestly, it makes me want to go there even more now. Honestly, there were so many beautiful buildings, and I was really surprised at seeing loads of these like modern townhouses. And I did a little bit of sleuthing online, and I saw this one that was kind of like a reddy sort of toned one, and it was next to this black sort of metal clad townhouse. So that's exactly what I've done today, and here it is indeed. So one of the townhouses is going to be kind of funny, fully furnished for another group of people who are going to be moving into there. And then Sharon and Janet's is going to be definitely not furnished. They are on the way up. They are renting this place out, and they've got absolutely hardly any furniture. You'll see once we get to the interior of the actual build itself, but that's the kind of way I wanted to go about this. And yeah, I think it's going to be absolutely marvelous. There's a little I'll tell you about that actually when we get to the interior. There's been updates with Sharon and Janet. I was going to say Tracy then, it's not Tracy. So the house will have to come through with that update. I'll show you in a sec. It's better for me to explain once we're into the interior. So here we go. So these two lovely modern townhouses. Ignore this brick at the minute. I went for this red brick in the beginning, but I decided to go for a little bit of a different but newer wallpaper texture. This one here, it still looked good. I really liked the look of it, but the other one that I chose just looked a lot better. But that's what we're going to do. But yeah, there was this townhouse in Mexico City, and it was clad in this black kind of corrugated looking metal. And I was just like, that's so interesting. It just stood out between all of these other houses, and there was this red bricked one next to it. So that's exactly what I wanted to portray in this one. And I was very surprised at seeing how many like almost... would it be Victorian? I don't know if it was Victorian, but it was very Victorian-esque, like this Gothic architecture wandering around. Honestly, it was beautiful. It really was. So consider me wanting to go to Mexico City as soon as I can, because I would love to see it. I really, really would. So yeah, here we are. Windows have been chosen. We're putting them all on. I really wanted these townhouses to marry well together, but be completely different. So there are a lot of different shapes with the actual build itself. And not only that, but in the interior it's completely different. They just look completely different, but I think they stand next to each other really nicely, especially when I go and pick the wallpaper that I chose in the end for the red brick one. It just came together. I can't remember where that wallpaper came from. I have no idea. I'll show you in a sec once we get to it anyway. But yeah, I thought it worked a lot better. I really did. So they've all got, well, they could have up to 4 bedrooms each in each of these townhouses. I am going to have a landlord sim come into the let's play. And he's going to be an interesting character. Maybe one of them are going to be, you know, doing some maybe favors to pay their rent. I'm joking. I'm being awful. I'm joking, for goodness sake. I've always got to take it to there, haven't I? But yeah, we're going to be playing a few more parts of the Lovestruck LP because I'm having so much fun with it, and I'm so glad that some of you guys are as well. I'm having so much fun, so it's just nice to mix it up on the channel every now and again. But it will be back again next week. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different tomorrow. We're going to be doing a little bit of a challenge video, and it may or may not be a challenge that I've done in the past and swore I would never do it again. We're going to be doing it again, but yeah, you'll have to hold out for that one tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be very interesting. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, so what was I saying? 4 bedrooms. It's got bathroom on each of the floors. It's both houses have got a pool in the back garden as well. So it's not really realistic, these girls moving over and living in this marvelous townhouse. But that is why I went and furnished it to the bare minimum. You will see once we get into Sharon and Janet's pad. they've got some interesting furniture choices. Let me just say that. It's not going to be the most beautiful house to have a look at in the video tour, nor while I'm building it in the interior. But it's just interesting. That's all I'm going to say. Did a nice little rounded pool in one and a nice little squared one in the other. Love the new rounded pool feature. I think it's really great. It's been working really great for me as well. The rounded walls have never worked for me properly, but I will happily say the rounded pools are fabulous. Even with the ladders and stuff, I was like, how do the pool ladders go on the rounded pools? But they snap to it absolutely perfectly. They really do. So we're going to make a start on the black townhouse itself first. So it is very, I wouldn't say minimalist. It kind of is, but it is modern as well. But I looked at lots of interior design for modern Mexican townhouses, and there was one that just popped out to me, and I thought it suited this build. You'll see it once we get into it. So that's what we've gone for that one. Loving all the new pool trims. I love all the new pool trims. The one that came with that that kit pack, I forgot what it's called, the Riviera pack. Love that pool trim, and I love the new one that came with the Lovestruck expansion as well. It's bloody marvellous. It all came together smashingly. Really did. Bit of a short speed build today, just because, well, Janet and Sharon's house, they are, well, you'll see. The furnishing, it did not take me long at all. They're living out of cardboard boxes at the minute, darlings. And there is a development. Well, I'm just going to spoil it now. They're actually renting a retail space, and they're going to be, they want their own business. They sold their house in Newcrest. They've come over here, and they're renting a retail outlet where they're selling lots of fabulous clothes. That is the new storyline. I'm not going to ruin it too much. You'll see it next week. But that's going to be their new venture in this gorgeous, gorgeous world. So, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. And Janet may or may not have had a little bit of work done. That's all I'm going to say as well. So we'll leave that there. I think you're going to be very surprised, and maybe you might find it a bit funny, just like I did. So one of them has got a balcony at the minute, and I was just like, I hate not having a balcony on the other side. So I actually put a balcony on the black townhouse as well. You'll see that a little bit further on. Janet and Sharon's house is the red one. This one here, by the way. So this is where Janet and Sharon are going to be living. So I reckon the landlord has kind of furnished the outside sort of like garden areas, but you had to like put all your own stuff in the other bits. But yeah, anyway. So this is the wallpaper that I chose instead. I just think this texture goes so much better with it. And the colour as well. I think the colour looks really lovely too. If you can hear crying outside my door, it's because I'm looking after my brother's dog for a week while he's on holiday. My brother's dog is Daisy's sister. She's called Rosie, and she is kind of obsessed with me. And Tom is out there, but Rosie's trying to get into my office because she misses me. How adorable is that? Really adorable. But yeah, sorry. Anyway, so we're into the black townhouse. So this is kind of a bit more fully fledged. I didn't want to really furnish this massively because we're not really going to be playing with this household that lives here, but I wanted them to have a nice modern looking house on the interior with hints of the culture and stuff of Mexico, just dotted around here and there, especially with the colors and stuff. Gone for nice black tiles, but like warmer walls, and I just think it looks really nice. Very happy with the outcome I was, and I love that new bin that we've got an actual bin in the game now. What was it for? It was, you had to log in and you get rewards and stuff for it. Well, I didn't realize that I had them, and that new bin is the bin that I'm probably going to be using to death from now on. It's probably going to be my new bin of dreams, to be honest with you, because it's very much similar to the one at home. So on this bottom level, it's all kind of open plan kitchen and living area. I didn't do a dining area because there's a dining room outside. And I can imagine with the culture of Mexico, a lot of food gets eaten outside with that marvelous climate. So yeah, there you go. So we've got one bathroom down here. This is probably the only bathroom you'll see me furnish throughout this whole build, because you know my thoughts. I don't need to say anything more. Very simple. And I didn't really want to go ahead and clutter this place and give it personality either, really. I just wanted it to look nice for my Let's Play. So that's what I've been and gone and done. But there are going to be a few members living in this house, so just be on the looks out for it, darlings. We might even be able to make some interesting storylines between all of them, I can imagine. So I would look forward to seeing what's going to develop with the story. I really am. And in the future as well, I am going to be delving into a little bit more Let's Plays. I really am. I really want to do something that I've been wanting to do for ages. I know this is going to be really cryptic, but I don't want to spoil it. But let me just say, it's going to revolve around a block of flats, we shall say. I'm going to be delving into a Let's Play, and we're going to be yeah, I cannot wait. So once Lovestruck is over and finished, that is the next Let's Play that's going to happen. So, and I can't wait to make all the characters. We're going to do some cast videos. I've got lots of things planned, loves, you know. I'm inspired. We're going to crack on with it. Anyway, you can see me completely editing this build. It's because I wanted to get in a balcony. So that is exactly what we're doing here. We're getting in a balcony, loves, and it really fitted in. At this point here, I was like, oh, this looks a bit funny. Let me see if I can make this look better. And as soon as I put a half wall up on it and changed the door, everything changed, and it just looked like it was meant to be here. And it's kind of private is why I really wanted the balcony not to be kind of overlooked, or yeah, my architecture head came out with this build. It really did. So this is very private. It's on the other side, so nobody can really see over from the other townhouse and stuff. It was very important to me, that. Lovely little balcony, gorgeous job. And I'm coming in here and putting up some curtains into the bedroom. I love the way that I had to put that in at the end. I was like, oh, they're going to think I forgot about the curtains. Let's get them in now. And then let's get back to the balcony. So very simple out here. Just a couple of sofas and whatnot. Again, everything outside is kind of very nicely furnished on both of the houses. But for Janet's and Sharon's on the interior, all I can say is they are living with scraps at the minute until they can get their business up and flourishing, darlings, you know. I have been playing with them with that business for quite a long time, and it's been quite funny. So you'll see that all next week, you will. So this is their house. You can see bit of a shabby sofa, bit of a shabby TV, a couple of cardboard boxes. They've just moved in. That's what I wanted it to feel like. I reckon they kind of went around all the back streets and got these out from the alleyways and stuff, and maybe even some flea markets and things. Now the kitchen itself, I still wanted it to look nice, so I've gone for the base game one, but not the one that looks kind of grody. You've got to remember, this is like a modern townhouse. If the landlord's going to put in something, they would want it to look nice. So with the bathrooms and the kitchen, I made sure it a little bit dated here and there, yes, but it is the cheapest of all of everything. And then what we can do together with the Let's Play is just develop the house a little bit further, you know, with their money, their cash, and we can make the house look prettier. So that will be another part as well. We could even do a little bit of furnishing here and there, and decorating the house to make it as they want it. So there we go. That's the nice storyline there. But yeah, very simple kitchen. And all I show you with this as well, I think I should show you how I furnish both of their bedrooms. I'm looking at the clips that are left. I'm sure that I'd show you how I furnish both of their bedrooms. And they've got an area where they store all of the clothes that are going to be stocked in their new shop. So their bedrooms, worst beds, they're living out of suitcases at the minute. So that is the storyline with these. I just think it'd be really fun to kind of start off like this with these two. In obviously a very big house that's probably very expensive to rent. But maybe, you know, they're using the money from the houses that they've just sold. They really want to give See Your Dad and Emerada a go, you know. So all their eggs in one basket, that's all I'm going to say. And this is that room where all of their clothes are stocked. So that's it. Anyway, my loves, I'm going to leave you now, and you're going to watch a video tour. See you tomorrow.